Hi guys, we're here with your Bible reading. We hope you guys are having a good day. If you guys would like to follow along with me today, we'll be reading Matthew chapter 27, verses 15 through 31 in the New International Version. Yesterday, we did a 2-day Bible reading, and you've seen where Jesus was arrested. You've seen where Peter denied Jesus, just like Jesus said he would. You've seen Judas hang himself, and you've seen a lot more. But lastly, you've seen where Jesus was before Pilate, and they was asking him questions. So, we're going to take off from there. Now it was the governor's custom at the festival to release a prisoner chosen by the crowd. At that time, they had a well-known prisoner whose name was Jesus, Barabbas. So when the crowd had gathered, Pilate asked them, "Which one do you want me to release to you, Jesus Barabbas or Jesus who is called the Messiah?" For he knew it was out of self-interest that they had handed Jesus over to them. While Pilate was sitting on the judge's seat, his wife sent him this message: "Don't have anything to do with that innocent man, for I have suffered a great deal today in a dream because of him." But the chief priests and the elders persuaded the crowd to ask for Barabbas and to have Jesus executed. "Which of the two do you want me to release to you?" asked the governor. "Barabbas," they answered. "What shall I do then with Jesus who is called the Messiah?" Pilate asked. They all answered, "Crucify him." "Why? What crime has he committed?" asked Pilate. But they shouted all the louder, "Crucify him!" When Pilate saw that he was getting nowhere, but that instead an uproar was starting, he took water and washed his hands in front of the crowd. "I am innocent of this man's blood," he said. "It is your responsibility." All the people answered, "His blood is on us and our children." Then he released Barabbas to them, but he had Jesus flogged and handed over to be crucified. Then the governor's soldiers took Jesus into the praetorium and gathered the whole company of soldiers around him. They stripped him and put a scarlet robe on him, and then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. They put a staff in his right hand. Then they knelt in front of him and mocked him. "Hail, King of the Jews," they said. They spit on him and took the staff and struck him in the head again and again. After they had mocked him, they took off the robe and put his own clothes on him. Then they led him away to crucify him. And that's where we're going to stop with Matthew today. We're continuing on today with Psalm 33, with verses 12 through 22. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he chose for his inheritance. From heaven the Lord looks down and sees all mankind. From his dwelling place he watches all who live on the earth. He who forms the hearts of all, who considers everything they do. No king is saved by the size of his army. No warrior escapes by his great strength. A horse is a vain hope for deliverance. Despite all its great strength, it cannot save. But the eyes of the Lord are on those who fear him, on those whose hope is in his unfailing love, to deliver them from death and keep them alive in famine. We wait in hope for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. In him our hearts rejoice, for we trust in his holy name. May your unfailing love be with us, Lord, even as we put our hope in you. And that was Psalm 33, verses 12 through 22. Sharon, can you push that fan down a little bit? And our Proverbs today, thank you. And our Proverbs today is Proverbs chapter 9, verses 1 through 6. Invitations of wisdom and folly. Wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. She has prepared her meat and mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has sent out her servants, and she calls from the highest point of the city. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, come, eat my food, and drink the wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways, and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. And that was Proverbs chapter 9, verses 1 through 6. Invitations of wisdom and folly. We're going to go over to Brother Sher now with our homework. And our homework question for last night was,
who prepared a meal for 2 angels in Sodom?
and you could have found this in the book of Genesis, the very first book of the Bible. And the answer you should have came up with is
Lot.
Lot, the nephew of Abraham. They were rescued from Sodom before God destroyed it. Lot, his wife, and his 2 daughters. But Lot's wife turned around and looked when God told him not to look back, and she was instantly turned into a pillar of salt. Okay, guys. And it was angels sent to, in human form, sent to Lot and his family to get them out of there. And the people in Sodom wanted to hurt them. They wanted to rape them and stuff. The angels that had come to rescue them. That's how evil the city was. How evil the people in the city was. But of course they didn't. And they got out of there. And then Sodom and Gomorrah and everybody in it was destroyed. And our homework question for tonight is,
Who obtained his father's blessing by preparing him a meal and pretending to be his brother?
you guys should know this. We talked about this the other day. And you can find that in the book of
Genesis chapter 27.
Genesis chapter 27. And again, the question is,
Who obtained his father's blessing by preparing him a meal and pretending to be his brother?
remember the brothers were twins. Alright guys, and let's get out our prayer books. We need to keep the following people in prayer: Pam, Margie Sickles, Chuck Sickles, Eric, Macy, Christopher Serback, Miranda Caverly and her husband Jeremy Caverly, April and Linda Thacker, Sherman Crabtree, Debbie Lee, Tater Doles, Luann, Bridget and family, Rhonda Karshner, Shannon and her little son Giovanni, Ramona Henry, Patty Haynes. Giovanni's got a horrible rare illness. He really needs God's healing touch. Barb Post, Cindy Welsh, Dora Carper, Abby Myers, Jimmy Myers, Norma Boyer, Garnet Boyer, Ariana Lloyd, Norman Karshner, Doris Thompson, Mindy Gallimore, Melody Ramey, Tammy Ashworth, Sandy, Roy and Lori Mollett, all the homeless people and animals, Annie West, Kenny Wellman, Dr. Shoemaker, and Paris Jude. Alright guys, that is everything for today. I hope it touches your guys' hearts. And let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys, God bless.